Ever wondered how to make the perfect dough at home? Well, fret no more. This is your ultimate guide to making the most delicious, soft, and fluffy dough right in your own kitchen. Starting with the basics, the primary ingredients you'll need are flour, yeast, warm water, salt, and sugar. The type of flour you choose can vary based on the end product you're aiming for. For example, bread flour is best for a chewy texture, while all-purpose flour is a versatile option that works well for most recipes. Next up, yeast, the magical ingredient that makes our dough rise and gives it that delightful, airy texture. In this process, we'll use active dry yeast, which needs to be activated before use. Mix the yeast with warm water and a pinch of sugar, then set it aside for about 10 minutes. You'll know it's ready when it becomes frothy. Now it's time to combine our ingredients. Pour the flour into a large bowl, add salt, and make a well in the center. Pour the yeast mixture into this well and start combining the ingredients. Using your hands, gently mix everything together until a sticky dough forms. The next step is kneading, a critical part of dough making that develops the gluten and makes the dough elastic and smooth. Flour your surface and knead the dough for about 10 minutes or until it becomes smooth and elastic. After kneading, place the dough in a greased bowl, cover it with a damp cloth, and let it rise. This process, known as proofing, will take about 1 to 2 hours. The dough needs to double in size during this time. Once the dough has risen, it's time for the second round of kneading. This step, known as punching down, removes the excess air from the dough and helps it achieve a uniform texture. Finally, your dough is ready for shaping and baking. Depending on what you're making, you can now shape the dough accordingly and bake it in a preheated oven. To recap, the key steps to making a perfect dough are choosing the right flour, activating the yeast, combining the ingredients, kneading the dough, allowing it to rise, punching it down, and then shaping and baking. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you make dough, the better you'll get at judging the right texture and consistency. So there you have it, the process of making dough at home, broken down into simple, easy-to-follow steps. Whether you're making pizza, bread, or pastries, this guide has got you covered. Happy baking!